Nathan Hirsch of FreeeUp.com. And Nathan, how you doing today, man?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to be the next Upwork or the Upwork killer. So tell us a little bit about what you guys do and what you can do for Amazon sellers in particular.
Sure. So I've hired hundreds of remote workers before. So I know what people go through when they post all these jobs, do tons and tons of interviews, and then it may or may not have a great process in place to hire these workers. And then they get hurt on the back end one way or another, either by having bad hires that do something damaging to the company or waste their time, or having good hires that one day decide to leave out of nowhere. And then you're stuck scrambling, interviewing all these people, and maybe making a rush decision that might hurt you again. So what I want to do is come up with a better way. So FreeeUp.com, we are the hands-on way of hiring workers. We've pre-vetted these workers already. We get hundreds of applicants a week. We have a great interview process I created myself, including 15 pages of communication guidelines that have to be memorized and tested on. And then we make these workers available to our clients. So you're going to a network of workers that have already been pre-vetted, and then you have access to them as one of my clients.
Okay, awesome. And now you have both U.S. and non-U.S. workers, right?
Correct. U.S., non-U.S. workers from $5 to $50 an hour, everything from low data entry all the way up to advanced WordPress, Amazon, eBay, you name it.
Okay, awesome. What made you start this? Was it because you ran into trouble? Was it because you saw a niche for Amazon sellers? What was it that got you started with FreeeUp?
Yeah, so my Amazon store, I used a lot of remote workers to have a lot of success. And then I also went through that period when I first learned about Upwork and it was Odesk at the time, where I hired a bunch of workers and had mixed experiences. And I met some awesome people and some people that still work for me today, 4 years later. But I also had some pretty awful experiences that wasted a lot of my time. And just from talking to people, I realized that other people have had these same experiences. And there's a way that we can make it easier and better for these clients who have a lot of time that they need to already put in their company. And if we can do anything to remove a little bit of that HR time and provide them with great workers up front, it can be a huge asset to these companies. So it was kind of an idea I had based on past experience, but also with that networking and trying to help people aspect. And the other side of it is I just know a lot of great workers that are looking for work, and they might not be the best salespeople. But just because they're not the best salespeople and can't go out and find a client themselves doesn't mean that if you're like, hey, build the Shopify store, they won't do an awesome job.
Right, absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in the e-commerce business, or do you sell on Amazon or eBay or all of the above?
So my e-commerce career started back when I was in college, and I was a broke college kid, just like most of us. And from there, I started buying and reselling books that I found at a dump or at yard sales. Started selling them online, migrated from there to textbooks because I was in college and that made sense. And the bookstore was ripping people off as they own textbooks. And they were selling a lot of different toys and other stuff like that. So I was one of the first people, along with a few other sellers, to start really getting into different things on Amazon. I would buy products from different deal sites, resell them on Amazon, and it really took off from there.
Awesome. Are there any particular things that your folks can take away from Amazon sellers where you've seen it really, really help them?
Things that people can take away from Amazon sellers. So, I mean, the biggest thing with Amazon is customer care. No matter what your business is, you always want to have great customer care. Back before I got into Amazon, I did an internship with a Firestone Corporation, and they were all about customer care. So I kind of went from Firestone into Amazon, and Amazon, I kind of had that background already because a lot of people go on Amazon and they start fighting with customers or arguing with returns, and they think it's good for their business, where I kind of already had that background that it's like, you know what, like make the customers happy no matter what, and they'll keep coming back, and it'll help your feedback overall. And I kind of take that same mentality into FreeeUp. I always tell my clients, it's in my best interest for you to find a worker you like and work with them long term. I make a percentage of every hour they work. If I give you someone and you fire them after 2 hours, that's not good for you. It's not good for me. So I'm trying to get the best possible workers. And as long as you're someone that's willing to work with me, because if I give out enough workers, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of issue along the way. But I'm the kind of guy that if you tell me what's going on, I'm a good problem solver. I'll try to fix it and put you right back in the direction of expanding your company like you should be. So kind of taking that same mentality from customer care and building on it.
Awesome.
No matter what your business is.
Absolutely. And so like you said, you have people who do Amazon customer care. They do things like inventory management, repricing, design work, and they'll even build like Shopify stores for you and things like that.
Yeah, and if you want to go more advanced than that, running PPC campaigns, keywords, SEO, optimizing listings, both for Amazon and Google PPC and all that. We have people for social media. We have people who can build videos and do editing. Content, we do a lot with content writers, and any kind of customer care, whether it's phone calls, emails. We have a lot of clients that own their own website that have nothing to do with Amazon, and they just hire our workers 40 hours to man the phones or respond to emails so that they can go back to focusing on expanding the company. And that's what FreeeUp is all about. That's the FreeeUp name, is to free up your time so you can focus on expansion rather than the day-to-day operations or the things that you don't know how to do. And it might not be efficient for your time to learn and become a master when you can just hire someone to do it.
Absolutely. Great. Tell me a little bit about yourself and things like that.
Sure. So I'm from Long Meadow, Massachusetts. I went to high school there. My parents are both teachers, so I kind of have that background. I've always been a workaholic. My parents always said, work hard, play hard. So when I was in college, I was the kind of guy who got straight A's, but then partied like crazy on the weekends. I've always kind of had that mental every day. And I mean, I'm truly excited to work. Like, I wake up every morning and I'm like, all right, let's open my computer. Let's see who's available. Let's figure out what the plan is for the day and get going. And to me, work is fun, and I really enjoy what I'm doing, and what my whole team at FreeeUp is doing. And the other thing about me is, man, I just drew a blank too. So yeah, so just kind of having that overall balance, and always trying to learn, always trying to work hard, giving everything you got, whether it's a playoff softball game or freeup.com or my Amazon business, just trying to give everything I can to go to bed every night knowing that you put your best foot forward. And the other thing that I really like to do is just surround myself with great people. I love networking. I know that I met you a few weeks ago, and that was a great experience, and it led me to this. And I have a lot of great workers and great clients that I've worked with throughout the years, different manufacturers, even going back to my first Amazon year. So just building relationships and really helping people so that everyone benefits.
Awesome. How long is it going to take you to knock Upwork off the top of the Google?
Yeah, I see. I don't necessarily look at it that way. I partner with Upwork. We do about 25% of our business on Upwork. We have clients that find us there. I know they have strict policies about payments and all that. And for clients that find us there or workers that find us there, we follow all their policies and we make sure all payments go through them. But I mean, we prefer to not compete and to partner with them where they have a large pool of workers, a much larger pool than me. But if we can go through and pick the best ones and make them available, and those workers are welcome to go on Upwork and find other clients as well. But we want to be able to get workers from there. There are clients from there that maybe get on there and they don't really know what we're doing. And hopefully Upwork thinks that it's good for us to be there because we can kind of point them in the right direction and lead to more billable hours for them. So we look at much more as a partnership than us competing with them.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to transition a little bit and ask you some weird questions maybe. What's the book you've most gifted to people?
Yeah, so the Amazon book, the Jeff Bezos book, is my favorite one. The other one is just Mad Money. I don't know if you've...
by Jim Cramer?
Yeah, by Jim Cramer, just investing. I was fortunate enough to have a lot of success when I was younger, so I kind of took it upon myself to invest in different stocks, Apple and Amazon and Dunkin' Donuts and a few other things that I wouldn't have done without reading that book. And what's also cool about that book is it kind of goes into one of my biggest mottos, which is diversification, because you can't talk about stocks without diversification. But a lot of people don't take that stock mentality and put it into their lives, whether it's diversifying. One of my friends calls it diversifying diversifying your friend's portfolio. So just like having lots of different people instead of one group, but also taking it into your business as well. Like if you're an Amazon seller, do you really want to be just dependent on Amazon? What if they shut you down one day? If you rely on one manufacturer, that's not that diversified, making sure that you have different products. And one of the struggles of a business owner is just constantly diversifying across the board, whether it's hiring 5 different workers instead of one person to do everything, or more on like the manufacturer and sales side. So that I kind of learned a lot from that book at a young age.
What does your morning routine look like?
Sure. So I am a hardcore morning person. I'm probably up before most people. And a lot of my clients are international too, so that kind of plays right into it. But I mean, when I first wake up, and I just recently became a coffee drinker, I made it to year 27 without getting addicted to coffee. But now I'm addicted to coffee. First thing I wake up, coffee, check on the news, open up my Skype. I get a quick morning update from all my workers. I tell my girlfriend I love her and tell her goodbye. She heads to work. She does pharmaceutical sales. And then I jump right into the day. So I'm one of those people that is good to go from the second I wake up. I don't have a long drawn out routine. Cup of coffee, get some updates with people on what happened while I was sleeping, and get right in there.
Awesome. Have you tried bulletproof coffee yet?
No, it's bulletproof coffee.
Bulletproof coffee is it's black coffee, high quality.
Okay.
And then rather than creamer or milk or anything, you actually put butter in it and stir it up. And it's supposed to have some really great benefits. I don't drink coffee at all, so I've never tried it. But Google it. It's really
I do
good.
drink black coffee though.
Okay.
I'll definitely Google that.
Tell us where we can find you and what we can do to get started if someone needs your services.
Yeah, I'm very easy to find, very easy to contact, as you know. Make sure you spell FreeeUp with 3 E's, FREEEUP. You can email me at nathan@freeup.com. You can add me on Skype. If you just type in Skype, freeup.com, you can add me there. You can go to our website, freeup.com. You can find us on Facebook, message us there. We're all about fast responses. I have a team of 15 assistants that if I'm sleeping or if I'm not around for some reason, someone will get a hold of you. And we're happy to tell you more about FreeeUp and answer any questions that you have.
Okay, awesome. And when someone gets to your business, I know you did this with me. So the first thing is to get all the paperwork in order, and then you actually do a phone interview with everybody, right?
I do. First thing, when they come to our site, make sure that they mention Chris Grant so that they get 10% off the first worker. Right. And if you go to sign up, it's pretty easy. It takes less than 5 minutes to sign up. We get your contact information, so we have it on file. You sign our e-agreement, which says that you won't try to steal our workers and you'll actually pay for our work. From there, you can put a credit card right on file. That we don't charge you anything up front. You only bill for work that you actually do. And then I set up a phone meeting to figure out your needs. You can also access my calendar right on the website, so you can book a meeting beforehand if you don't want to sign up just yet. And I can talk to you via phone, Skype, whatever's easiest for you. And I'm also available on WhatsApp and Viber if you want to go that route.
Nice. Awesome. Well, perfect. Well, I'm going to make sure I have some links for everybody so they can find your website or schedule an interview and see what you can do for them. And I really appreciate you taking the time to chat for a few minutes.
No problem. And if you've never hired before, check out my ebook. I'll send you the link to that as well. It has some pretty awesome tips and stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think of before you dive right into it.
Oh, awesome. Is your ebook out for anybody to purchase or to get?
Completely free. You can access it right from the website, and I'll send you the link to it as well.
Great. We'll put that in the notes as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Chris.
Hey, thanks, Nathan.
Thanks. Bye.